what I had to say. Because I love you, because I need you. Baby, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Because I trust you, someday you'll trust me too. Until then I'll spend each day and night proving my love to you. Please understand me for one night of regret. I'll give you the world, make it up to you, and help me to forget. You might not want to hear this now, but listen to what I'm saying. I mean every word of it, and I show you every day. Because I love you, because I need you. Baby, I'm sorry, and I didn't mean to. Because I trust you, someday you'll trust me too. Until then I'll spend each day and night proving my love for you. Because I love you, because I need you. Baby, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Because I trust you, someday you'll trust me too. Until then I'll spend each day and night proving my love for you. Yeah, for you. Oh, don't give up on
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Monday, I was dragging like a rusty old wagon. Tires all flagging, gotta down back this late night red eye overtime heavy. Tuesday, Wednesday, no better. Thursday, felt like forever. This struggle bus gotta lead to something. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue. my paycheck. Jackpot, jukebox, when I hear that throwback. George Jones takes me way back, like a Kodak. And I'm smiling, cause you're right on time. And finally, hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst Blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance, staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The work weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst tattoo and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance, staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you. The weekend really gets me in the mood. Hello Friday, I could kiss you.
Her name is Shayna G. That is our Friday anthem song. It is called Hello Friday. Welcome to it, and we're getting you ready for the weekend. And before that, another great tune from Jace Martin from Texas, Because I Love You, debuting tonight on The Tim Kelly Show. Welcome to The Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. We are live on our website, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. This show is live, also being recorded. We are streaming it on my Facebook account, and we are also on YouTube. Just search KICR Indie Country Radio on YouTube, and you'll see that we are live over there right now. We got a chat room going on in both. I'm trying to keep up with everybody and the music. It's some good stuff tonight, and we've got a couple of great radio interviews as well. At the bottom half of this first hour, I'll have Hunter Fountain with me as my special guest. Then in the bottom half of hour number 2, Gary Patrick, also from Texas, going to be with me for our second radio interview. So you're in for a treat tonight. You're going to hear the stories behind their songs and lots of new country music on the radio. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the other stations that replay this program on their radio stations. We have great ones like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, Devil's Country Radio Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, LakeParadiseRecords.net, a great Sony Orchard record label. We are on CanyonStar.tv. You can find The Tim Kelly Show on all the great streaming services like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora, and Apple Podcasts. Wherever you stream shows or listen to music, we got the best in new country right here. Just search The Tim Kelly Show. This next artist, his name is Caden Collins. The song was written by my good friend Keith Camp, and this is going to be a hit on country radio. It is also making its debut tonight on The Tim Kelly Show. It is Caden Collins, and it's called Perfect Mess on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Music Friday.
She's a perfect mess in the morning. She's my sunshine when it's storming. She's my everything I'll ever need. She's the reason that I breathe. I'm her total wreck by evening, but I'll be her reason for believing in a love that holds a place for hearts that finish the race. She's a guiding light through the dark of night, even when the world just don't feel right. Hand in hand we'll face each test. In these arms, baby, find good rest. She's the calm when the world's too loud, lifts me up, makes a man so proud. Together we'll make our way, 'cause we finally found a love that stays. She's a perfect mess in the morning, she's my sunshine when it's storming. She's my everything I'll ever need, she's the reason that I breathe. I'm her total wreck by evening, but I'll be her reason for believing in a love that holds a place for hearts that finish the race. In this crazy world we're living, wrecks and storms are always given, but still the love keeps shining through to see the perfect side of you. She's a perfect mess in the morning, she's my sunshine when it's storming. She's my everything I'll ever need, she's the reason that I breathe. I'm her total wreck by evening, but I'll be her reason for believing in a love that holds a place for hearts to finish the race.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Boy, there's something about you that just don't feel the same. All the ones that came before you can't hold a candle to your flame. You a 1980 Chevrolet. You don't gotta move too fast. We can go at our own pace. 'Cause what's the rush if the two of us just trust what we have together? Something that will last forever.
Her name is Ashlyn Green, and Green has an E on the end of it. That is called Last Forever, and that is her brand new single, making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show. That is a good song, and these shows last forever, too. They're live, they're being recorded, you can download them, and we also put the interviews that I'm going to be doing tonight in the Tim Kelly Show archives, and the artists can also share those on their social media and download them as they wish. I'll be putting two in there tonight, one from Hunter Fountain and one from Gary Patrick after the show is over tonight. We're just getting warmed up though, folks, and we got another brand new single and an artist making his radio debut tonight. His name is Alan Rudd, and this is called It's a Good Thing. It's a good song too on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
I came home Valentine's Day, pulled up in the drive with a sweetheart dozen, my heart in my hand. When I got there, she wasn't home. Something told me she was long gone. She'd given my sweetheart gift to another man. Looking through another wedding veil, heaven sent me an angel so sweet. Could she be mine? I wanted to run, but I had to stay. Couldn't believe what had come my way, so I gave her my heart and I took her hand. It's a good thing, now I know what love's about. 'Cause I got you, and honey, there ain't no doubt that it's a good thing that woman set me free. 'Cause I'd never known the love you've given me. And now the only thing that I could ever thank that woman for is when she left my heart, she left an open door. And it's a good thing, now I know what love's about. 'Cause I got you, and honey, there ain't no doubt. It's a good thing what your love's done for me. 'Cause I'd never known how sweet a love could be. Now I come home every day and pull up in the drive. My sweetheart's there and my heart's in her hand. It's a good thing, yeah, it's a good thing.
You're listening to New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
It's a tin roof on a front porch, hound dog at the screen door. How could anybody want more than a little piece of heaven on dirt? You roll up in your off-road underneath that halo. Can't hide with camo, my little piece of heaven on dirt. Chickens pecking in the backyard, chicken picking on a guitar, going fishing when it gets dark. Oh, it sounds like heaven on dirt. Coyotes howling hallelujah, sundown singing I saw the light, sliding my rocking chair next to you. Swear I've never been this high by your side. Feels like I found my heaven on dirt. This old red clay barbed wire hideaway seems like a million miles away. Feels like another world sitting right here with you, girl. They can have their high-rise, concrete and bright lights. Long as I'm on this side, give me hearing you and that flannel shirt. Ain't nothing worth this kind of church. It's like heaven on dirt. Can you hear that? Hear that? Baby, can you hear that? Coyotes howling hallelujah, sundown saying I saw the light, sliding my rocking chair next to you. Swear I've never been so high by your side. Feels like I found my heaven on dirt. My little heaven on dirt. Heaven on dirt.
That is our good friend Gord Bamford. He was born in Australia, raised in Canada, and now makes his home in Nashville, Tennessee. A 26-time Canadian Country Music Association Award winner, and a great song called Heaven on Dirt. I threw in that bonus track. That is by request. We'll send that out to Kelsey, who is listening to us from the state of Massachusetts. A little Gord Bamford and Heaven on Dirt. Well, we got Heaven on the radio tonight. We call it New Music Friday. If you like country music and you like something fresh, that's what we're all about. We call this station New Country's Best. That's our hashtag on every show, and also our X account, formerly Twitter. You can follow us over there at New Country's Best. My account is at Tim Kelly on Air, and we are on the air right now. I am live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and we're going to be doing a great live radio interview here in just a moment with Hunter Fountain. After this next brand new single from Brooklyn Blakemore. She is also from Canada, and this is called Lipstick Stains on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Packed with a bunch of girls, Bluetooth Beyonce and run the world. It's Friday night, no boys allowed. Getting all dolled up, it's about to go down. Get that number for the cab and call it. Somebody pour me a roll rocket. We're gonna blow in with the blow out like a hurricane. Ain't no doubt, ain't passing round our numbers or our names. Gonna break some necks and break some hearts, paint the town red, disappear in the dark. The only trace we're leaving behind are lipstick stains on glasses of wine. Lipstick stains on glasses of wine. Don't worry, honey, coming home to you. But don't wait up, 'cause last call's at 2. I can't tell you where I'm gonna be, 'cause there's more than one bar on Baker Street. We might not hit 'em all, but we're gonna try it. Pay one tab and reapply. We're gonna blow in with the blow out
ICR, IndieCountryRadio.com from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And we have a great live show tonight on this New Music Friday. And our first radio interview is with a gentleman from the state of Georgia. His name is Hunter Fountain. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Thanks for doing the radio interview tonight. We appreciate it. And thanks for your time on a Friday night as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Robert Moody hooked us up. He's promotes a lot of great Canadian artists, and you're from the state of Georgia, and you knew him from a radio station that he had, and boy, I'll tell you what, we all know each other. I've known Robert, or known of him for quite a while, and interviewed a lot of his artists, so it's a pleasure to have you on. Folks are in for a treat tonight when they hear your music. You're kind of new to the world of country music too, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I've been doing it. I've been doing it on the side for about 3 years.
For about 3 years, okay. Well, this show is in its 13th year, so we'll all meet sooner or later, won't we?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so born and raised in the state of Georgia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What town?
Where I'm from is called Adairsville, Georgia.
Okay.
So I'm about 2 hours south of Nashville.
Nashville, okay. Not too far. So, yeah, I interviewed a gentleman from Dallas, Georgia. I didn't know there was a Dallas, Georgia. I knew of Dallas, Texas, but yeah, there's a Dallas, Georgia, too. So,
Yes, sir, Mom.
Go ahead.
I have an uncle that lives in Dallas, Georgia.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And there's a lot of great country music coming out of Georgia. We got a buddy of mine named Adam Grant. Maybe you know who he is, too, from the state of Georgia, so.
He sounds familiar, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
He does a Rope in the Wind Garth Brooks tribute show. He does them mostly in Texas. He flies from Georgia to Texas doing that show. But, man, he makes some great originals, too, and I've been playing him for quite a while. So, how did you get started in the world of country music 3 years ago?
Oh, well, I've always had a love for music. When I was younger, I could tell you the name of the song and the artist within the first 4 bars.
Uh-huh. That's kind of how I am. My wife gets blown away by that on the radio. Yeah. And that's when you know a song's a classic, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's how you can tell. You know, I talk about it all the time for piano licks in the world of country music. I love just hearing just the first few bars of Smoky Mountain Rain. You know, Ronnie Millsap's coming up. What are some of the artists that influenced you that you listened to growing up on the radio, though?
Really, any artist from the early 2000s, but more specifically, Jamie Johnson and Brantley Gilbert.
Okay. You know, I was playing Brantley Gilbert when I started, before he became a big name, big signed artist. A lot of those independent artists, Tyler Farr, Brantley Gilbert, those guys were like, man, your show's really good. Your station's good. Would you play my music? And so here we are. Yeah. Still love doing that. You know, and helping others get radio airplay. It's kind of difficult now. It used to not be that way, but you could take a 45 or something like that and walk into a radio station and ask the program director if he'd play it on the radio, and he'd be like, wow, this is really good. Yeah, I'll play it. But it doesn't happen like that now, does it?
No, it's usually either emails or...
Yeah. And you need a good guy like Robert Moody on your side. That's what you need.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad to have him by my side.
Yeah, that is awesome. So you have a song here called Other Plans. Tell us about this one. I love hearing the stories behind the songs.
My dad and I were looking through old pictures one day, and we came across one of me and my grandpa sitting on the bed of a truck when I was like 6 years old. Unfortunately, my grandpa passed away not too long after that picture was taken. My dad said that it looked like we were having a serious conversation and that we should write about what we think the conversation went like and the types of things other kids got to do with their grandpas that I didn't get to do with mine.
Yeah.
And to me, a lot of people can relate to something like that because, you know, at some point you have to go through something like that, whether you lose your grandfather or your father or your brother or sister or even your best friend.
Yeah. You know, I interviewed an artist here not too long ago that never got to meet his grandparents. So that unfortunately has happened to folks too. So they can definitely relate to that. You know, but some of the best memories I have are with my grandparents. In fact, that's the reason I'm in Branson, Missouri, because my grandpa started bringing us to that theme park at Silver Dollar City. They were around Joplin and Webb City area, so that's about an hour away. And we started getting to come down there and riding roller coasters and all that. And that was my first experience ever doing that. So you never forget that stuff.
That is true.
Yeah. And so, yeah, your grandparents have a big influence on your lives. So, yeah, this is a great song called Other Plans. Now, let me ask you this, too. The artists that you used to listen to growing up on the radio, you said were mainly from the 2000s. I listened to a lot of those that they play on this Y2 Country. It's on Sirius XM, and I've got a friend over there that even is on the air, Danielle Peck. I've played her many times on the radio in the past. She's an artist and a DJ over there. That was a pretty great decade for country music, but I love the 90s country. That's what made me want to do country radio.
Yes, sir. Actually, I listen to Y2K a lot.
Do you? Isn't that a good station?
Yes, sir. I love it, and I love the fact that Trace Atkins is on there.
Yep. Yeah, I listen to it too. You know, I came across that when there's a farm store here in town that I went to one day, and I'm listening to that station through their speakers, and that's how I discovered it. I didn't even know it existed until I heard Trace Atkins on there that day, and you're exactly right. And Tracy Lawrence has a radio show now, like Danielle Peck. There's a bunch of these artists that are doing podcasting like I'm doing now, so it's pretty popular. So it's always fun to interview the artists, though, and have them on the program, and I appreciate you for being on tonight, too. So we're going to play Other Plans. We'll get that started, and we'll come back and talk to Hunter Fountain some more on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
The other day I came across a picture of me and Grandpa sitting on the tailgate. He said, boy, we're gonna do a lot of things, just me and you, but you left us too soon. We were gonna go deep sea fishing in Panama City to work on his Mustang. Man, that car was pretty. He was gonna watch this boy become a man. God had other plans. Remember like yesterday, you made me the man I am. You taught me the ways of life, and how to love and how to fight. He said, boy, you're gonna do a lot of things you put your mind to, but he left us so soon. He was gonna teach me how to drive down an old dirt road without losing control. He was gonna teach me how to firmly shake a hand. God had other plans. I wish you were here tonight in the front row, watching me play this show. But I know you've got the best seat in the house, without a doubt. We were gonna go deep sea fishing in Panama City and work on his Mustang. Man, that car was pretty. He was gonna watch this boy become a man. God had other plans. across the picture of me and Grandpa sitting on the tailgate.
His name is Hunter Fountain. That is called Other Plans, and you just got to hear the story behind it tonight on the Tim Kelly Show. And great song, my friend. Well done.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for doing this. And, I want to ask you this, too. At what point, growing up, did you think, hey, I've got a voice, or somebody tell you maybe that you can sing? What point did you want to be a country singer and do something in the world of country music?
Well, I wanted there wasn't really, anything that made me want to do it. I just got curious whenever I was 14. I was 14 years old, and
okay.
And I've been singing and songwriting since then.
Wow. So I don't ever ask a woman's age. I've interviewed an artist as young as 10 years old in this program. She's 14 now. I do know her age, but how old are you now?
22.
22, so about 8 years. Okay, awesome. And so been recording for the last 3. Well, that is cool. You got 2 singles out to radio tonight, so we're going to play the third one's going to be from a gentleman that everybody knows that listens to this program. His name is Randall King, and apparently you know who he is too.
Yes, sir. I saw him on TikTok one day and said, man, I got to check this guy out.
He's really good, isn't he? People are calling him the next George Strait, and I think he's pretty close.
Yeah, he might already be the next George Strait.
I think so. He's getting well notoriety, and we went to a concert of his maybe 3 or 4 months ago in Springfield, Missouri. He was performing at Midnight Rodeo, and I've known his girlfriend for at least 10 years. We had her at an award show we did back in 2014. I handed her 2 awards, and she handed me one for Radio Personality of the Year, too, so that was fun.
Small world.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always great when you get recognition like that, and your music's going to do that, my friend, so keep going. And I have this show that I did last night called Triple Play Thursday, so we play 3 songs in a row from every artist, and if you guys can send me one more here, your newest recording, I can definitely get you on there as well.
All right, sounds good. I don't have anything else recorded yet.
Mm-hmm.
My plan right now is to let Other Plans do its thing, and then once that peaks or slows down, and then I'll start recording this next song that I'm going to be doing.
Absolutely. Well, we can't wait to hear it. You got a couple of good ones here, so keep doing your thing. Now, aside from doing country music, and maybe you can tell us what you do for a living full time, what do you like to do for fun as well?
Well, like any old Georgia boy, I like to have bonfire parties almost every weekend, and I also like to hunt and fish.
There you go. I do too. We're in the Tri-Lakes area of Branson. We got Taneycomo Lake, which goes even down into Arkansas. Got every kind of fish in there, and then we have trout fishing. That's Table Rock Lake that goes down into Arkansas. Then we have Lake Taneycomo, which is full of trout. So if you like to trout fish, I saw a guy catch a 4-pounder when I was down on one of the docks. It was awesome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and they'll let you deer hunt with a bow in the city limits of Branson, Missouri. There are so many deer running around here, and cars get a lot of them, but you can get one too with a bow. As long as you're not too close to a house, they'll let you deer hunt here. Pretty cool.
I'm going to have to check that out one day.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a lot of fun. So bonfire parties, the next song we're going to play. You love doing those, and man, I sure do. We got a fire pit out by our patio oasis, we call it. We got a water feature and fire out there going when we make that. So that's a lot of fun, and getting together with friends and having a bonfire, there's nothing like that.
Oh, yeah, there ain't nothing like it, man.
Yeah, so that is good stuff. Well, Hunter Fountain, it has been a pleasure having you on the program. Let's do this again when you come out with a new single.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Bonfire Party is going to be the next song, and then Randall King in the Picture going to kick off the top of hour number 3. You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, and I just want to ask you one more thing. If folks want to listen to you or look you up on social media and listen to your music, where can they find you?
You can find me on TikTok. My TikTok is Hunter Fountain 8. You can also find me on YouTube as well. Hunter Fountain Official is that one, or you can just type in Other Plans or Bonfire Party.
There you go, Hunter Fountain. That is good stuff, man. Keep making your country music, and we'll keep playing it on the radio, huh?
Yes, sir.
You got it. The Tim Kelly Show is live with us tonight on the KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. Here is Bonfire Party by Hunter Fountain.
Let's go, Paul. Somebody over there. Can you turn up the stereo? This is my song right here. Yes, I would. Weekends here is party time. We're headed to the creek with a cooler beer. So park your car and hop in the truck, 'cause where we're going, we're bound to get stuck. We're gonna light up this little town. It's a bonfire party that's going down. Got the music cranked up high and loud. It's a bonfire party that's going down. Oh, look at that blonde over there. She's hot. Oh, yeah. Sitting on a tailgate, my flip-flops. I can't wait to pop a top. Hand me a Pabst Blue Ribbon. What? Hell no, I'm just kidding. How about a cruise line? We'll be rocking like this all night with hot girls and tan lines, four-wheel drives and big mud tires. So park your cars and hop in the truck, 'cause where we're going, we're bound to get stuck. We're gonna light up this little town. It's a bonfire party that's going down. Got the music cranked up high and loud. It's a bonfire party that's going down. Hold up your cup, come and drink with me. This bonfire party, it's the place to be. I said, hold up your cup, come and drink with me. This bonfire party, it's the place to be. We're gonna light up this little town. It's a bonfire party that's going down. Got the music cranked up high and loud. We're gonna light up this little town. It's a bonfire party that's going down. Got the music cranked up high and loud. We're gonna light up this little town. It's a bonfire party that's going down. I got the music cranked up high and loud. It's a bonfire party. It's going down. 2, 3, 4, let's go. Look at that blonde up there. Bigger than a snake. What's up, brother? How you been?
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
She looks good, I mean real good. She got that thing about her, she got that glow around her. Now it's been folded, but every time I hold it, I just can't believe you can fit in that much. Pretty in a 3x3. She's in that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me, standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. There's a corner ripped off, her name's in a heart at the bottom. There's a tear stain down the middle, where I've cried a little over that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She ain't in this house, this room, or this town. She ain't in this bed I'm laying in right now. No, she's in a red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, cutting me right straight to the core. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Because she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. Yeah, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She looks good, I mean real good.
His name is Randall King. He's originally from San Antonio, Texas. That is called In the Picture. And we had the privilege of seeing him a few months ago at Midnight Rodeo in Springfield, Missouri. Tomorrow night, I'll be hanging out with Taylor Austin Dye at the Southbound Bar and Grill in Springfield, Missouri. It's on South Campbell. If you're in the area, come see yours truly and meet me and Taylor, and we'll have a good time hanging out and watching a fantastic show. They got lots of good food and drinks, too. Been there many times. Southbound Bar and Grill tomorrow night. Taylor Austin Dye gets on the stage and kicks off her show at 8 p.m. Central Time. Be there. We'll see you there. And thanks for being here tonight. And I want to thank Hunter Fountain from the state of Georgia for joining me on the program. What a great radio interview. And we're not done with those yet. I got another one with Gary Patrick coming up in the bottom half of hour number 2. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show. We're live on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. We are live on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. Got a little chat room going on in there. Come say hello. Tell us where you're from. Love to talk to you and meet you. And I'm playing every artist on the radio is getting posted in our chats, too. I'm letting you know who's on the air as they are played. We're going to let you know about this next group. They're a great Americana group, and they have been a guest of mine on this program. They are the Lonesome Six. This is their new single. It is called Something's Gotta Give on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Wake up, baby, let's catch a last set of Geno's. We can sleep tomorrow, we'll just lay in bed all day. Caught between where we are and where we wanna be. Our energy's spent existing, there's no time left to be free. Can't you see this is no way to live? Baby, something's gotta give. We used to sit up on this rooftop for hours and watch the sun come up each and every day. But now it seems we're just coming and going, running so fast, pushing life out of the way. Can't you see this is no way Tears oozing from her drooping eye. The lines on her face etched in my memory. There may be no escape, but at least we have to try. Can't you see this is no way to live? Baby, something's gotta give. Living half a life just ain't worth it. Can't take it with you when you're gone. Time we trade off now for the future is a bargain that surely suits no one. Can't you see this is no way to live? Baby, something's gotta give. I'll be here in the morning to help you drag yourself out of bed, to face the darkness that surrounds us, and the hopeless thoughts that run through your head. Can't you see this is no way to live? Baby, something's gotta give.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Where you from, girl? What's a country girl doing around here? Let me show you where we got a little down there up here. You say all, we say yo, something I want you to know. I'm Jersey, sure you ain't ever seen nothing like this. By the time the sun sets in your skin sun-kissed, you're gonna feel the salt water mist like I do. Yeah, let's take the parkway to the bloody meter stone. Walk the boards all night, you never wanna go home. When the stars come out, you'll understand it more. Why I'm Jersey Shore. Yeah, I'm Jersey Shore. Baby, we could grab a slice, or we could ride the rides. This summer night ain't gonna last forever. Do you wanna roll the dice? At the Jersey Shore, you ain't ever seen nothing like this. By the time the sun sets in your skin sun-kissed, you're gonna feel the salt water mist like I do. Yeah, let's take the parkway to the bloody meter stone. Walk the boards all night, you never wanna go home. When the stars come out, you'll understand it more. Why I'm Jersey Shore. Yeah, I'm Jersey Shore. Never met anyone like you. At the Jersey Shore, you ain't never seen nothing like this. By the time the sun sets and your skin sun-kissed, you're gonna feel the salt water mist like I do. Yeah, let's see the parkway to the pony made of stone. Walk the boards all night, you never wanna go home. When the stars come out, you'll understand it more. Why I'm Jersey Shore. Yeah, I'm Jersey Shore. Yeah, I'm Jersey Shore.
That is a great song called Jersey Shore. Very upbeat kind of party song for a Friday night, and it's got an upbeat kind of party video to that song as well. His name is Kenny Curcio. It is Curcio. Go check out Jersey Shore on YouTube. That is a fantastic song and a great video to it as well. And it may be a little cooler up in the Jersey Shore this weekend. I'm not sure, but I know it's going to be hot in Branson. We're going to be under a heat advisory this weekend. We've got the full weekly weather forecast on our website at the bottom of the homepage of KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. So if you're planning a trip to Branson, plan accordingly. Stay cool, everybody, and have a good time this weekend, too. We're going to go see a live show tomorrow night with Taylor Austin Die, so that's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll see you out there somewhere. This next artist is Jarvis Redd. It is R-E-D-D on the last name. This is called Hands of a Woman. Great video to this one as well. On the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
She knows what she's doing. Her heart understands. She's my voice of reason, and I'm a far better man in the hands of a woman. Your love, 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 oh, so sweet. In the hands of a woman, there's a place for guys like me. I was lost, I was wondering, oh, the stories I could tell. I was forever running, and I slipped and I fell in the hands of a woman. Your love, 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 oh, so sweet. In the hands of a woman, there's a place for guys like me. When you feel that first touch, it'll take you so high. Oh, you'll wanna stay right there for the rest of your life. In the hands of a woman, oh, your love, love, oh, so sweet. In the hands of a woman, there's a place for guys like me. In the hands, in the hands, in the hands of a woman. Oh.
Country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Mama didn't raise no big city pretty girl. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Daddy was a Mustang, Mama knew how to brake. I saw his love was a sure thing, even when I was 8. He worked the land like a man, was a shoulder for Mama. She's sunk in her spurs, turning into her kind of guy. Mama didn't raise no big city pretty girl. Can't turn a wrench, make a fire in a country world. Dirt on my feet, Cali stuff over my hands. It's like I'm riding barrels, looking for a man that'll stand in a snake skins. Beat the sun up, he's already awake. Then give me some loving when it's going back down again. Oh, if you wait there for it, a few seconds is all that you get. Try to ride with me, with this rodeo queen. You're gonna get your blood branded if I'm carrying your last name. He got your eyes on the prize, but I make the rules to this game. Mama didn't raise no big city pretty girl. Can't turn a wrench, make a fire in a country world. Dirt on my feet, Cali stuff over my hands. It's like I'm riding barrels, looking for a man that'll stand in his snake skins. Beat the sun up, he's already awake. Then give me some loving when it's going back down again. Oh, if you wait there for it, a few seconds is all that you get. Try to ride with me, with this rodeo queen. Mama didn't raise no big city pretty girl. Oh, mama didn't raise no big city pretty girl, yeah. Mama didn't raise no big city pretty girl. Can't turn a wrench, make a fire in a country world. Dirt on my feet, Cali stuff off of my hands. It's like I'm riding barrels, looking for a man that'll stand in his snake skins. Beat the sun up, he's already awake. Then give me some loving when it's going back down again and again. Oh, if you wait there for it, a few seconds is all that you get. Try to ride with me. Oh, if you wait there for it, a few seconds is all that you get. Try to ride with me, with this rodeo queen. With this rodeo queen.
Her name is Casey Johns. That is her brand new single. It is called Rodeo Queen, and we just recently had a great radio interview as well. And if you missed it live, you can check it out at the Tim Kelly Show archives. That tab is at the top of our homepage at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. Got a lot of great radio interviews on there. The brand new single from this next young gentleman, his name is Caden Wilson. It is C-A-D-A-N, or D-E-N, Caden Wilson. It is called Make Her Love Me on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a New Music Friday.
Daddy knows the answer to everything. How to skin a buck and wet a lime and fix that truck to make it mine. But Daddy, there's something I need to know. I love a girl that don't love me. I know that I'd treat her like a queen. To me, that's exactly what she is. I pray one day she'll come around. I'd steal her heart if I knew how. So Daddy, can you please tell me, how do I make her love me? Well, I've done all that I know to do. I've held the door, I heard her cry about all them other guys, but I can't seem to make her mine. I love a girl that don't love me. I know that I treat her like a queen. To me, that that's exactly what she is. I pray one day she'll come around. I'd steal her heart if I knew how. So Daddy, can you please tell me, how do I make her love me? I took her hand, she took my name, and now that she feels the same. I get to love a girl that now loves me. I always treat her like a queen, and cause to me that's exactly what she is. But now I finally made her mine. I love her till the day we die. Daddy, thank you for all your advice. I finally made her mine. Yeah, she's all mine.
Once again, his name is Caden Wilson, C-A-D-E-N on Caden, and Make Her Mine, or Make Her Love Me. That is the title of that song, and he is fantastic. My good friend Jesse Keith Whitley, the son of the late, great Keith Whitley and Lori Morgan, is helping him out, and he's going to be a star in this business, absolutely. So is this next gentleman. He's the lead singer of a great group called Tainted Lyric, but he's recently embarked on a solo career. His name is Stephen Champion, and this is called Tell Me Your Story on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this New Music Friday.
Every story my grandpa told, I carry with me until I go see him again. And that was Grandma's best friend. From Sunday supper up on a hill to working out in that cornfield and learning how to behave, that's how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field, a couple buddies grab a drink and a fish and reel. Finding old back road no one knows, tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church, giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I'll tell you mine. Every fall it's the county fair, seeing people you know standing everywhere, just catching up. It's a small town kind of love, a handshake on top of just hello. Talk about your plans for tomorrow, some would be amazed at how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field, a couple buddies grab a drink and a fish and reel. Finding old back road no one knows, tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church, giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I'll tell you mine. Yeah, my mom and daddy taught me to be a man and lend a hand to those in need. Don't be afraid, just work hard and you'll succeed. It's how I was raised. A Friday night bonfire hanging out in a field, a couple buddies grab a drink and a fish and reel. Find an old back road no one knows, and tear it up until the rooster crows. Sunday mornings off of dressing up and going to church, giving thanks to God for one life's work. Roots run deeper than a Georgia pine. Tell me your story, I'll tell you mine. I'll tell you mine. I'll tell you mine.
Everybody knows new country.
Like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
Trading Jack for a little white cap on an orange bottle. Self-medicating, ain't cutting it lately, need something stronger. Doctor said I'm just depressed, avoid the things that cause me stress. I might feel some side effects, but that's a risk I'll take. It'll take more than a prescription to feel what I've been missing. Just trying to get my fix in, one dose at a time. You got me hooked even though it hurts, strung out on everything we were. Ain't no remedy to undo what you did to me. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy. Eyes are red at the CVS and my heart's a racing. Trouble breathing, now I'm here fiending for the rush she gave me. Man behind the counter says to only take it as directed. I can't lie, you know I'm tempted to take the whole damn thing. It'll take more than a prescription to feel what I've been missing. Just trying to get my fix in, one dose at a time. You got me hooked even though it hurts, strung out on everything we were. Ain't no remedy to undo what you did to me. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy. If I'm numb, it's only temporary. It'll take more than a prescription to feel what I've been missing. Just trying to get my fix in, one dose at a time. You got me hooked even though it hurts, strung out on everything we were. Ain't no remedy to undo what you did to me. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy. Ooh, I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need the whole damn pharmacy.
There it is, the latest single from Taylor Austin Dye. It is called Pharmacy, and there's a great video to that song on YouTube. She'll be performing tomorrow night live at the Southbound Bar and Grill in Springfield, Missouri. I'm going to go hang out with her, and it's going to be a great, great show. Come see us, and she'll take the stage at 8 p.m. Central Time. Southbound Bar and Grill tomorrow night, Taylor Austin Dye. What talent in the world of country music? Female talent, that is for sure. And we're going to play another couple of songs, and then I'm going to have another great radio interview with my good friend from Texas, Gary Patrick. Let's play this next female artist. Her name is Lily Rose. This is called True North on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Friday.
Some days, the only needle that I'm moving is the one that's on the dash. And sometimes I'm a diesel running on empty on a long stretch of black. East, west, left, up, down, right. Don't change where I point my headlights. To the Chattahoochee River running underneath the pine. Sweet perfume off a honeysuckle vine. Corner Georgia dive, y'all come back on the door. My stuck in time, my true north. Springsteen, sweet tea, and a red letter page. Y'all call my name when I lose my way, when I need to see the compass that must be a little busted, 'cause it's stuck on a map that wrap around Supper's High. Knows where I'm going and where I've been, but I got no objection that it only points in one direction, to the Chattahoochee River running underneath the pine. Sweet perfume off a honeysuckle vine. Corner Georgia dive, y'all come back on the door. My stuck in time, my true north. Springsteen sweet tea and a red letter page. I'll call my name when I lose my way, when I need to see the light on my mama's front porch. I head down south to my true north. Left, up, down, right. Good, bad, or just alright. I'll always point my headlights to the Chattahoochee River running underneath the pine. Sweet perfume off a honeysuckle vine. Corner Georgia dive, go dogs on the door. My stuck in time, my true north. Springsteen sweet tea and a red letter page. I'll call my name when I lose my way, when I need to see the light on my mama's front porch. I head down south to my true north. Oh, to my true north.
This is Terry Dan, and you're listening to The Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio.
We found a box of pictures from a long time ago. Sat down for a good look, taking it real slow. And picture after picture, the same good-looking pair. They sure look familiar, but what's with all that hair? Who are those kids? Does anyone know? They sure look good wearing our clothes. Two familiar strangers so in love. Take a little closer look, that's us. They are again at the Jersey Shore. I get a funny feeling we've met before. There's a good shot taken at the Baptist church, where we swore to each other, for better or for worse. Who are those kids? Does anyone know? They sure look good wearing our clothes. Two familiar strangers so in love. Take a little closer look, that's us. Been a long journey from those younger days. We're quite a bit older and a lot has changed, but you still look at me like you did back then. If I had the chance, I'd do it all again. Who are those kids? Does anyone know? They sure look good wearing our clothes. Two familiar strangers so in love. It's a little bit hard to believe, that's us.
To the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday, and I'm excited to have this next gentleman on the program. It's our second radio interview. His name is Gary Patrick. How are you, my friend?
Tim, I'm doing great. How in the heck are you?
I am doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the show again. It's great to have you back on with some new music.
Yeah, man, it's great. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. We haven't talked in a while, but for the folks that didn't even hear our first interview, you are from the great state of Texas.
Indeed.
And, boy, I get lots of great music there. The country music scene is just hot, isn't it?
Man, it is. Well, Texas supports, not only, country, but Americana.
Yeah.
You can cast a wide net with your music and still be supported in the state of Texas.
That is for sure. And we're going to talk about the wide net of your music and who influenced you here in just a moment. But first, you are the youngest of 4 siblings. You were raised in a house full of music. Says your mother had the voice of an angel, but then your dad also taught you to appreciate the storytelling artists like Waylon and Willie. That's good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Waylon Jennings, I just interviewed his grandson not too long ago, Wade Jennings. He's awesome.
Oh, man, I bet that was a fun time.
Yeah, and he's super talented, too. He worked in the cotton field for 10 years, and then he just, about 10 years ago, got into country music back in 2012.
No kidding.
Yeah, so he wasn't, he grew up around it, but yeah, he's kind of just started about the same time I did this show, about 12, 13 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Wow, man, think about that. He's a Renaissance man.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow, I like that.
Well, you listen to artists from back in the day, just like I did, because I started doing 80s music, and you got Boston, Dire Straits, Dan Fogelberg, Toto, the Eagles. Man, that's all good stuff.
Oh, yeah, well, my siblings are older than me by, 8, 11, and 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came along, they had a big impression on me. With all the music going on in the house, and they were, I took interest in my brother's guitar, and at the time he's like, "Oh, you want to play guitar? Well, you have to learn this first." He was being funny, but he handed me Dire Straits,
yeah, Sultans
of Swing, you know what I mean? So the bar was always high, and I didn't know it. Maybe that's why I need therapy, So he goes, "Oh, you want to sing? Mm-hmm. Well, you got to sing like Brad Bell." I'm like, "I do?" No, but back then, don't you remember? You could, out of one radio station, you'd be able to hear different genres.
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
be able to hear Waylon.
And you used to get to see the videos to him when MTV was playing them, right?
Oh no, that was a whole nother era. Well, what a regal time.
Yeah.
And I would say the first 6, 8, 10 years of MTV, man, music was there was still legacy artists, that they were really supporting. Tina Turner, you know what I mean? That music that felt like everything was bigger than you, you know what I mean?
It was.
So I really enjoyed that time.
Those videos, those concerts, all of that, man, those were major events back then.
Yeah. Hey, don't you remember? I mean, I do. I remember when we had the HBO boxes. You remember that?
Yeah.
You were a kid?
Yep.
Yeah, HBO box. My brother-in-law had an HBO box, and I would always have to go to his house in the next town to watch anything HBO. But I remember, you mentioned Mark Knopfler, Dire Straits. He's one of my favorite artists and guitar players. I remember Dire Straits played it was live at Wembley Arena in London. It was 1985 or something like that, or 86. I remember driving, and seeing this concert. But what struck me the most was all of these people that were they were in the moment. You know what I mean? They didn't have a cell phone in their hand. They were on. You could knock them over with a feather. They were into every word and everything. I just, when the camera would cut to the crowd, I went, "Oh, that is what makes me love music.
Yeah.
Is how people are drawn to it. You know.
You know, that's interesting that you say that, because you look at it now, you know, and everybody's got cell phones and all that, and they can go back and look at it later, but back then you couldn't do that. You were seeing it live, and that was it. So, you know, what you're looking at, you're so tuned into, because you're not going to be able to go back and hit the replay button or anything like that.
Indeed. That's exactly right.
That was awesome. It says when you were 8 years old, you shanghaied your brother's guitar, and there was no turning back. Did he ever get his guitar back?
Well, it's funny about that. I finally said, okay, Ronnie, I'm bringing your guitar back to you. You know. So, I mean, he always had access to it, but I nurtured that guitar for many, many years, and I just took it back to him this last year.
Oh, wow. So you've had it for a while. Okay, cool. Well, when you turned 18, you graduated and you went to Southern California. Where were you at out there? I was in Escondido.
I was in Orange County.
Orange County, okay.
I moved to right below Long Beach. Was Garden Grove, Seal Beach.
I know where it's at. I worked in Huntington Beach and Downey and Lakewood, all that up there.
Oh my gosh! Well, you know, I moved to. I kept migrating south. I lived for a little bit in Huntington, and then I ended up, for the most part, staying in Laguna Beach area.
Uh-huh.
And I loved that area. It felt like it was such a beautiful art community, and the surfing was really good there. So
yes, my brother was big into that. He used to have a surfboard and loved to do that. We'd go down there to La Jolla, California, and he surfed down there.
Oh yeah, Carlsbad area.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great. That's one of my favorite areas.
I caught my first shark on a fishing boat doing that. Mako shark, about a 3-footer.
No kidding,
yeah.
Man. How exciting! You know, when you're out there in the water, it's you don't really think about it, but it's really not your territory. It's the fish's neighborhood, and you're just in it, you know. But I tell you what, I got the you know what scared out of me when a pilot whale swam right under me one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I've never been the same since, you know.
Back in 1995, it says you had the opportunity to play and sing with the Wilson sisters. Now, if folks aren't familiar with them, they're the daughters of the Beach Boy founder, Brian Wilson. And I also looked it up, and that's the kind of music I was playing back in the 80s, was Carney Wilson and Wendy Wilson. They made up Wilson Phillips. Hold On for One More Day. That was a hit song.
Yeah, don't you remember that? They had 2 or 3 videos they played a lot, you know, Wilson Phillips, you know, and China Phillips. That was huge. And I got, you know, at the time, you know, I started playing for a living pretty much right out of high school. And, and up and down the Southern California coast, there was a lot of nightclubs, and it was a big, gosh, it was a wonderful time for me to start honing my craft as a singer and a guitar player and whatnot, and learning how to work with people. And I tell you, one of the drummers I played with, he worked with a famous producer in L.A., and that producer's name is Cliff Magnus. Cliff Magnus has produced so many 90s and 2000s artists, Avril Lavigne. I mean, he has worked with everybody. Mm-hmm. Well, long story short, my name got passed around, and Cliff called me one day and says, "Hey, Gary, I got this project I think you might be good for. Would you come and audition in Santa Monica at my home studio?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I went up there, and there was Wendy and Carney Wilson. And you talk about nervous as a cat. I mean, I just got, you know what I mean? I got to seeing these people on MTV, you know, I'm a country boy, you know. No, but their father, Brian Wilson, had sang a lot of parts on their album, so they needed somebody to sing the high parts and play guitar on some radio station tours they had planned to promote their album. And so I got the gig, and I was fortunate enough to be on, the Rosie O'Donnell show with a full live band. Mm-hmm. You can see, if you go to YouTube and type in the Wilson Sisters Monday Without You, Rosie O'Donnell, you'll see, you know, a 25-year-old Gary Patrick playing guitar there. But yeah, that was a wonderful chapter. I mean, it came and went. I mean, so fast that, my gosh, it was a wonderful experience.
Well, we're getting up there in our age, but I just looked it up, and Brian Wilson, the founder of the Beach Boys, just celebrated his 82nd birthday, and I see another gentleman that, you're influenced by too, is the great Neil Diamond and his Play Me, so, he's getting up there in his 80s too, and I saw a picture of him here a while back, and I couldn't even recognize him, but you can sure recognize him when you hear his voice on a song.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, we're on loan from God for just a little bit.
Yeah,
so
that's right. But you've had a good long career in music too. You're not new to it, but you're working with a great gentleman as an independent artist and the publicist that we all know very well, named Barry Rogers out of Texas. So we'll give him a big shout out for setting up another great radio interview today.
Indeed. I call him, he's a monster of a publicist, and I mean that in the best way possible. He's just, you've got to, if there's any young bucks out there listening to this, anybody that's interested in any sort of career in music or a career in general, you've got to surround yourself with people that know more than you do. And that can connect you with other people that you couldn't otherwise on your own.
Right.
And that's what a publicist does.
Absolutely.
It's his job to look out for your image, and so you got to be coachable and you got to be open. So when your publicist says, "Okay, take that down off social media right now," clean this up, do this. You know what I mean?
Yep. Fix your hair. Fix your hair. Yeah, that's good stuff. And you've had a great terrestrial run on some of your songs and digital run out there to all the streaming formats. I'm getting ready to play one called Rivers and Creeks. Tell us about this song.
Oh, Rivers and Creeks, this is my next terrestrial release. Now, for those of you that don't know, there's a lot of you that do, of course, but terrestrial that's FM radio,
Yep.
And in Texas, in the Texas music scene, the radio play is very accessible. I mean, you can, as an artist, you can call up the program director and make a relationship and go visit them. It's not impossible. So terrestrial releases, it lasts 14 weeks, 16 weeks, something like that. But on the digital side, when you release a digital release, you got to do something every 6 to 8 weeks. Mm-hmm. So the lifespan of a digital release goes really quick. So my latest album is my 6th studio album. That album's called Hide or Ride. I've already finished my digital releases for that album, but I am working now on releasing Rivers and Creeks. It's a sweet song, man. About it's a song about grace as you get a little older.
Yep.
And just if you could talk to your younger self, or if you could talk to some young buck, and just the sentiment is just talk a little softer and hold a little more. That's what Rivers and Creeks is about.
That is awesome. One of our best vacations our grandpa started taking us to was down here in Missouri to the Elk River, and it's got Big Sugar, Little Sugar, those creeks that flow off of it. And I live right off the Findlay River just outside of Branson here in Missouri too. So we grew up on the rivers and creeks, and man, that's some fun stuff.
Yeah, man, indeed.
Love it. It's the simple things, man, that I love and appreciate, and you never forget it.
Yeah. Indeed.
Absolutely. His name is Gary Patrick. This is called Rivers and Creeks. We'll come back and talk some more about country music and the music business when we continue on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this New Music Friday.
I was just a young man learning how to love. Never knew what deep it was could cut or make you want to run. We were very new to this, but we both could deal. We covered up the scars for another time to heal. Rivers gonna rise, the creeks are gonna flow. Teardrops in your eyes tell me what I need to know. Heavy hearts run downstream to a place where memories go. When the rivers on the rise, the creeks are gonna flow.
life was such a waste. All the fussing and the fighting had left a bitter taste. But God, we're only human, and the devil finds his place. I never meant to ever put a frown upon your face. Rivers gonna rise, creeks are gonna flow. Teardrops in your eyes tell me what I need to know. Heavy hearts run downstream to a place where memories go. When the river's on the rise, the creeks are gonna flow. Funny how emotion gets folded into grace, and it's how we love each other as we occupy this space. My wish to all the young bucks trying to settle up the storm: just talk a little softer and hold a little more. The river's gonna rise, the creeks are gonna flow. Teardrops in your eyes tell me what I need to know. Heavy hearts run downstream to a place where memories go. When the river's on the rise, the creeks are gonna flow. When the river's on the rise, the creeks are gonna flow. When the river's on the rise, the creeks are gonna flow.
His name is Gary Patrick. That is called Rivers and Creeks, and that is one of his newest releases out to radio. And you're one of the first people to probably hear it out there in radio land. So that is good stuff, man. Congratulations on it, and we're sure going to be playing it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you're the first to hear it. It hasn't been released yet.
There you go, man. I love doing that for the artist, and thanks for the opportunity. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
You put in your profile that a music career is hard at its best, and it takes constant refining at all levels. So we talked a little bit about that before we played the song. But there's nothing like doing what you love to do and getting paid for it, is there?
Oh yeah. If you can learn to keep the distractions away, you need a simple life, you know. And the thing about music careers, it's not. You can't do it all yourself, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and you can't do it all overnight either, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
A lot of hard work and a little bit of luck along the way, and you have good people in your corner like Barry, and the people that are producing your music, man, it's fantastic. You sound really good.
Oh, thank you. That would be my dear friend Chad Malden, of Malden Productions. I've recorded 4 albums with Chad, and Chad is Chad. You got to find yourself a great producer.
Yep.
You know, and Chad is not only a great producer, but he's a great engineer, and he's a great musician.
Yeah.
And he's a great human being. So working with him is you get 3 people in one.
Yep.
So he understands music. You know, sometimes people just understand the software part. You're the engineer.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And then you have to call in a producer that has the musical ideas to help you get your song from scratch to record it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you can play your song, but you always need to be coachable and trust someone to go, hey, listen, you know, let's take 2 bars out of that break right there and put this chord in there and see now it works better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what a producer does.
That's how it's done. You've also had one opportunity that led to another. In fact, it led you to Las Vegas. You've had the pleasure of playing in one of the house bands for the famous Mirage and Bellagio casinos in Vegas for 7 years. How about that?
Oh man, that was an experience. That was an education that I couldn't have paid for.
Wow.
You know? Yeah, that was great. That was talk about honing your craft. You know, playing 5 nights a week for that amount of time. You know, it's pretty wonderful, yeah.
Awesome. And then towards the end of that, it says that you met one of your closest friends and mentors and a co-writer. His name is Ken Orzo.
Yeah, that's Ken. Ken Orzo from, he lives in Ashland, Oregon. And at the time, I had just recorded my second Americana album with a dear friend and producer in California. And that producer's best friend is Ken Orzo. I got a phone call from Ken, and Ken said, "Hey Gary, I just heard your album." He goes, I think it'd be a good idea if you co-wrote your next few songs, would you be open to co-writing with me? And that in itself opened my eyes. Mm-hmm. And that's the best thing I ever did, was learn how to co-write. You know, you always need to be edited. I mean, the thing is anything professionally, you should be open. You know, so co-writing helped me to be way more objective with my music. You know, and so I got a better product by doing so.
Yeah, you know, isn't that interesting? Because I talk about songwriting all the time. Most of the artists that we play on this program write their own material, but when you co-write with somebody and build that relationship up, I bet that's neat too, because you get that feedback, and it just makes things even better when it's a finished product, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. For me, it keeps my energy up, mm-hmm. you know, because you're feeding off of the energy of somebody else too, you know. But you got to be, like I said, you got to be coachable. You got to be open, because a lot of people treat their songs like children. You know, oh, don't touch it. That's mine. You know, this is my idea.
I've even said that about, you know, what's your title of your album going to be? Which songs are you going to pick? You know, those are like your kids. It's hard to pick a favorite sometimes.
Yeah. That's right.
Absolutely.
That was a learning curve for me, and I'm so glad that I chose to do that. And Ken and I write every day, and so you know what we do? We don't get on Skype. We just put earbuds in, like you and I are talking on the phone right now, and we use our hearts and our imaginations. You know, so it's pretty cool.
That is cool. You know, I've said that about the writers' rounds in Nashville. You know, it seems like to me that the pressure would be on, you know, to sit there for around other people in 2 or 3 hours, and you got to put out something, you know. But, you know, there's so much talent in the room, and you're bringing that with the co-writer. You know, you guys both have that talent. So, you know, something great's going to happen at the end of the session, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. You know, I lived in Nashville for a couple of years, and that is where I really, you know, Ken and I would just began to write consistently, and I went there to immerse myself in that arena of co-writing. I could have gone to hop on a tour bus and play guitar for somebody, but I wanted to learn to write better songs. And so I would go to countless writer rounds. I'd go to the Bluebird Cafe and just listen and listen. And I would listen to staff writers, you know, that were working for Sony, you know.
Yeah.
And the way that they would describe it, they go, you know, it's like getting in a room with 3 other people and taking your clothes off and saying, okay, let's get to work, because you are really stripping everything away. And you know what I mean?
Yep.
And he, you know, this one particular individual said, you know, sometimes we'd sit in that room and we had nothing, you know. So they'd take a break and go to a coffee shop, you know. But yeah, there is an amount of pressure that is applied with being a staff writer, wouldn't you think?
Yep.
You know, and they're paying you to write music.
Sometimes it's called writer's block, you know, and you're like, hey, there's a coffee shop a block away. Let's go try that. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah.
I love it. Nobody Else But You. That's the next song we're going to play. Tell us the story behind this one.
Yeah, Nobody Else But You. You know, we've all been in the situation, you know, when we were younger, that we're just living our, as they say now, our best life, you know, with our friends. Either, you know, you're at school or you're at the bar and you're hanging out, and life could not be any better. You want for nothing in the moment because you're having a good time, and all of a sudden she walks in and your life changes on a dime. You know, that's what this is about. You know, it's an innocent song, you know. It's an innocent song about a girl walking in and a guy's life changes.
Love it.
So,
and Leave Me Lonely is going to kick off the top of the next hour. Tell us real quick about that one.
Leave Me Lonely is the very last song on my latest album, and it is absolutely gorgeous and timeless. It's a beautiful sentiment about 2 lovers.
Okay. Very well done, too, and so we're excited to play those. Thanks for doing the interview tonight, but before I let you go, one more thing. Where would you like folks to reach out to you on social media if they want to check out more of Gary Patrick?
Hey, you can always reach me on my website at garypatrick.love, Love. It's not a dating website, I promise. It's a great website. There's tons of links. that take you to social media. But if you want to go straight to social media from here, you can check me out at Gary Patrick Music on Instagram and Facebook. I have a great YouTube channel. It's not only that does it have my music, but I do product demos for guitars and amps and gadgets for music, and just talk about a career in music in general.
We talked about that last time you were on. You were sitting next to this white Chevy truck that was all taken apart and doing a video there. That was cool.
Oh yeah, I got a hobby. My wife bought me a '68 C10 truck to rebuild for my 50th birthday, and it's going. If you've ever seen a herd of turtles, that process is really slow.
Yeah, it is.
So is my truck.
Yeah. Well, you'll get there one of these days, man. And we appreciate the time tonight. And don't be a stranger. Let's come back and do this again.
Tim, thanks so much, man. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You are. Have a great summer too.
Thank you.
Stay cool down there in Texas, where the country music is really hot when artists from Gary Patrick are on here. This is called Nobody Else But You on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on this New Music Friday.
I ain't thinking about nobody else but you. You're stuck in my head right in the middle of things that I gotta do. I'm daydreaming with a funny little smirk. Boss is screaming, hey boy, get back to work. I ain't thinking about nobody else but you. Just to think about a year ago, I was drinking beer with old friends. We were laughing, we were playing, we were feeling like this couldn't end. I was on top when everything stopped. I ain't thinking about nobody else but you. You're stuck in my head right in the middle of things that I gotta do. I'm daydreaming with a funny little smirk. Boss is screaming, hey boy, get back to work. I ain't thinking about nobody else but you. I was just a single guy getting high, breaking the rules. I wasn't like my brothers and the others in the game of fools. But when you kiss my lips, you turn me into this. I ain't thinking about nobody else but you. You're stuck in my head right in the middle of things that I gotta do. I'm daydreaming with a funny little smirk. Boss is screaming, hey boy, get back to work. I ain't thinking about nobody else but you. My defenses, you broke through. My fences were no use. I ain't thinking about nobody else. I ain't thinking about nobody else but you. You're stuck in my head right in the middle of things that I gotta do. I just gotta tell you I love it when you flirt. Wake up every morning with perfume on my shirt. No, I ain't thinking about nobody else but you. I ain't thinking about nobody else.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Hey baby, don't you leave me lonely. Hey baby, don't you leave me lonely tonight. Lonely tonight. Hey baby, don't
stars in the sky. We're only getting started and it feels like everything's